Okay, so welcome back to the garage and my junky garage. And in this video, I wanted to. So I use rinseless wash. That's the bucket that I keep it in. Other buckets that I use to formulate. If you know of a good, by the way, if you know of a good grit guard for these buckets, please let me know. I have some grit guards in there now, and it doesn't fill the whole space. It's kind of, I don't even know how I feel about it. But let me show you. Here's the solution. You can see it's a little murky. You have to dump it, actually. It's a yellow grit guard. On top of that, I put a black grit guard. But what I usually do is, whip up a batch, use it on my car, clean it, fill up my spray bottle, fill up my electric sprayer that I use for the rinse 2 times. One for the initial soak, and then I fill it up and just let it sit on the shelf. What I was going to do with the rest of this was just give my wife's car a quick. She doesn't care as much. But I do like her car to be clean, so I'm going to use that. But the issue that I wanted to talk about today was sponges and wash media. Some people do the Gary Dean method and stick 12 microfibers up in there and go to town. I do use quite a bit of microfibers, even when I wash without the Gary Dean method. So, no, I'm not going to do that. Plus, I'm not entirely convinced that that's the safest way to do it. For me, anyway. Everyone has their opinions. So, when I was shopping for sponges, when I first came across Rinseless and started buying sponges for it, I got this 3-pack on Amazon. I thought it was a great deal. And it's been good. I mean, I've been washing with it. It hasn't been that much of an issue. However, I thought this was like an equivalent to the Big Red Sponge. It's not. It is definitely a Big Red Sponge, but not the right Big Red Sponge. So what I wanted to do was buy a couple other sponges. I haven't gotten the Legacy Sponge from DIY Detail yet. I'm going to go ahead and look at that. But this is it. The issue, let me show you the one that I've been using. So this is the one I've been using for close to, how many months? I'm going to have to say 4 months. I primarily use this one. And you can see, here's a used one. And hold on, let's move this over here, side by side it. This is the third that I've never used. I've never used this one. So side by side, new one, used one, and this one I've soaked but I didn't use. So let's see there. Side by side, it's pretty good. I mean, there are some stainings. There's some stainings that I haven't quite gotten out. I've heard I could just kind of clean this with Dawn and get it out. That's from just sitting in on top of the grit guard and it just kind of stained it. But you can see it didn't transfer to the front, just the side. I could try soaking it in Rinseless to see if this all comes out. But one thing I noticed was that in watching all the videos about the other sponges, that they reference the cuts. And you're right, this does not have the most, it's dense. It's pretty dense. I'm squeezing the hell out of it right now. And going along the contour of the car, it pretty much stays like this. It doesn't contour at all. You don't want to put any kind of pressure on it to contour, but there's that. So that was a concern. I wanted to try it out and compare it. So here is, let's put these aside because I'm going to clean these up. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of these on my next wash. So I should probably put them away for now. Anyway, here is ONR's Big Red Sponge as purchased through Amazon. I haven't completely opened it. The reason will be because it'll coming up, that guy. But as you can see, right off the bat, the cuts are way deeper. It's a much smaller sponge, first off. Much smaller sponge, deeper cuts, soft. I'm sure this would be a good sponge. But then I found this one here, black. This one gets a lot of crap for the black. Obviously, if it's stained or dirty, you don't know. But I have faith that these foams will release the dirt. And I've been using those generic ones with no issue. So this one here, love the packaging. Love that I can open it up and get a feel for it. Cuts are about the same as on the Big Red Sponge. Texture-wise, identical. Do a little feel. Feel. Yep, feels the same. This is the same foam, just different colors. Definitely softer and visibly more porous. Let's see. Than this bad boy here. This is just denser overall. So yeah, I'm actually. But this right here, 3 of these bad boys cost $9. This right here costs about $24. With tax more. This one costs $16. $16. So I'm gonna stick with this one. Kind of like the shape of it better. I'm gonna use this and the 3 that I have. Just let them soak. I'm gonna try side by side. I'm probably gonna use them both in every wash. This one, for the hood probably, and the sides. This one more for the glass. I'll probably use one of these and just use it on the glass. Yeah, because the glass gets pretty filthy on my car. So that's it. This guy here, it's probably gonna get returned. Get my money back. So that's it. More to come. Feel free to leave if you have another sponge that I'm not using here that you recommend. Let me know in the comments, and I'll probably check it out. Thanks.